Welcome to a guided meditation for when you can't sleep on declutter the mind. And so, whenever sleep feels elusive, our minds become more active, creating a cycle of frustration and wakefulness. And so, in this practice, rather than struggling with sleeplessness, we'll use this time to cultivate insight into the nature of our thoughts as they arise and pass away, attempting to release any tension in the body and mind, helping us reach a more relaxed state of mind. And so let's begin here by taking a slow, grounding breath. Breathe in naturally through your nose, feeling your chest and belly expand. And then breathe out slowly, allowing your body to settle more deeply into your bed or wherever you are lying. And then gently close your eyes, softening your gaze if you prefer, keep them slightly open. And begin here by simply noticing that you are lying down, feeling the weight of your body being supported by the surface beneath you. There's nothing you need to do right now except observe whatever is present in this moment. And so bring your attention to your natural breathing. You don't need to change or control your breath in any way here. We're simply noticing the rhythm of breathing that's already happening. So feeling the gentle rise and fall of your chest or belly. And if your breath feels different because you can't sleep, maybe it's more shallow or irregular, that's perfectly fine. Just observe it as it is. And in Vipassana, we develop the skill of noting what's present without trying to change it. And so when you notice your breath, you might mentally note breathing in and then breathing out. This gentle noting helps maintain awareness without getting lost in thoughts about sleep or tomorrow's responsibilities or the frustration you might be feeling. And so continue to watch the breath. If it helps to maintain your awareness here, you can use the noting technique that we just mentioned. But you might also notice that your mind is more active than usual. It might be cycling through thoughts about the day or worries about tomorrow. This mental activity is common when we can't sleep. And so rather than fighting these thoughts, we practice observing them with the same detached awareness you brought to your breath. And so whenever you notice your mind is thinking, gently note it as thinking, and then watch how thoughts arise from nowhere, persist for some time, and then dissolve back into awareness. You don't need to analyze the content of your thoughts or solve any problems right now. We simply observe the process of thinking itself, allowing the thought to pass all on its own without judgment, and then return our attention to the breath, to noting the breath if it helps. And if you notice frustration arising about being awake, treat this emotion the same way. Note it as frustration or restlessness, and observe how these feelings manifest in your body and mind. Maybe this frustration creates tension in your jaw or heat in your chest. Watch how even these challenging emotions are temporary experiences that arise and pass away. And continue breathing naturally, maintaining this gentle, observing awareness. And again, if you find yourself getting caught up in thoughts about sleep, when it will come and why it's not happening, what you'll feel like tomorrow, gently return to noting what's actually present right now, planning, worrying, or simply thinking. And notice how this practice differs from lying awake, struggling with sleeplessness. Instead of resistance, you were cultivating acceptance of our current experience. This shift from fighting to observing is what often creates the relaxation necessary for sleep to occur naturally. And we can remind ourselves in this moment that even though we're not sleeping, we're still resting, we're still relaxing. And so bring your attention to sensations of lying down. Feel how your body has perhaps softened or released some tension during this practice. Notice any areas where you might still be holding tension, maybe in your forehead, your jaw, your shoulders. And rather than forcing these areas to relax, we simply observe the tension with kind awareness, noting tension or holding. And returning to noticing the breath, noting the in breath and out breath, allowing your breath to be completely natural. And if your breathing has become slower or deeper during this practice, simply observe this change without attachment to it. And continuing to rest in this state of open awareness, noting whatever arises, thoughts, sensations, emotions, sounds, without trying to control or change anything in this moment. And this is the essence of Vipassana, clear seeing of what is without the overlay of our preferences or judgments. And if sleep comes during this practice, allow it to come naturally. If it doesn't, know that this time spent in mindful awareness is deeply restful for both your mind and body. And so, as we are about to close out this practice, just take a moment to appreciate this time you've spent developing insight into the nature of your experience. You've practiced meeting whatever arises, whether comfortable or uncomfortable, with equanimity and clear awareness. And you can continue to practice this on your own, gently noting whatever is present in your experience. And remembering here that the goal isn't to force sleep, but to rest in conscious awareness of this moment, exactly as it is. And taking in one more natural breath here, feeling gratitude for this time of practice and the insights it has brought. And with that, thanks for practicing. and may you have a restful sleep. Thanks again for taking the time to practice. If you've enjoyed this practice, please be sure to like and subscribe. You can also join and become a member and receive access to courses and more. Head on over to declutterthemind.com for more and download our free iOS and Android app.